Hi guys, um, it's a Saturday here. It's a Sabbath, and I've been doing a series of money mistakes. On there is a this money mistake: never borrow money that occurs interest to start a business. That is to say, never borrow money that's money to start a business expecting that the business will generate income to pay back the borrowed money plus the interest. This especially uh, when I was sharing this information as a social entrepreneur, I was thinking of startup businesses, you know, or maybe people who are completely young in business, not established business mongols. Um, I shared this on my Facebook, and I got feedback, which was very good. But majority of the feedback I got was people disagreeing with me, and that's very good because it brings up a debate. Yeah. Um, when I spoke about this, I was thinking that you were starting a business, or you are doing a business, and then you go to the bank, you borrow money, yeah, and that money you need to pay interest back to the bank, and then you're putting it in a business. In the business you need to make profit for yourself, and then you need to pay this money back to the bank with an interest. It's so simple. The bank needs an interest, the business needs a profit. Okay, many people say that okay, I've misled them, is a lie. Many people have, in fact, carried out business with borrowed money from the bank, which I do not refute, which is true. So, by agreeing that, I do not claim that my views on this particular money error are gospel truth or applies to everybody and everyone. No. Okay. What I mean is or what that money error means to me is you can run a business, or if you're a startup, for example, and I'm really talking about the small business people, sorry, the small business people, or people who've just done their college, and they want something, or a startup person, or a side hustle, you see? Because I'm emphasizing on the fact that you can start a business with very minimum capital or none at all, just using the resources that are surrounding you. Because you've noticed nowadays, when people graduate from universities or from academic institutions, they expect to have jobs. But many people are recommending that you can also be an entrepreneur. And even if majority are employed, the salary that they get, especially at the beginning, is not sufficient to maintain a certain lifestyle, especially if you're living in the urban areas. So you can decide to have a side hustle, which is very, very efficient and convenient. Yeah. So, do you really need to go to the bank to get money to start such a business or to run such a business? No. Do you really need to go to the bank to borrow money to have a startup. No. And isn't it not better to start the business, to understand the ropes, or to run a business, to understand the ropes, and then it is running? It is running, it is up, then you borrow money to enhance it or get a grant. Okay, some people came and said that even Equity, which is a bank in Kenya, Kenya is an East African country where I originally am from, said that even Equity started a business with borrowed money. But who started Equity? Who are running Equity? They're established business people, aren't they? They understand the ropes. Um, so that's why I decided to do this video, just to clarify what I was saying. And the points were very, very good that were raised, but I still stood my ground that I believe you should not start a business by borrowing money from the bank or borrowing money to put in a business from the bank that you need to pay back with interest. It's not the best way to go. Especially if you're looking at the youth. If you're looking at the youth, that is not the way to go. And think about it. Think about it. Think about it. I'm also thinking about it and rethinking about it, but I still stand my ground that borrowing money that occurs interest to start a business, that is to say, never borrow money to start a business expecting that the business will generate income to pay back the borrowed money plus interest. Somebody asked, where should one get the capital to start borrowed money? And I said, from other sources. You can save money to start a business. You can start a business step by step, baby steps, and make profit, and then use that money to start a business as a capital. It must not be from the bank. You can join saving institutions or investment teams where you save money and use it to start the business. You can use resources that are available to you, like, for example, use social media if you have internet at work, and start distribution. You will have people among you who will trust you to give you money so that you can bring them a product or a service. For instance, if you have a skill of maybe doing hair, making cakes, whatever skill you have, you give the services and make profit and save that profit, and that can be a capital. Start small. Life is not about quick money, quick schemes. So capitals can be gotten in various ways. And even when you approach somebody, a sponsor, a person who wants to sponsor your business, and maybe they would just like to sponsor, or they would like to sponsor and also profit from it, they will ask you, have you done this before? Have you done this before? Can you show me what you've done? So that is why I stood to it. Honorable Kennedy Mudhini, personally, I have taken loans and they have really built me. What I have observed is that once you get a loan for business, don't divert the money to other uses. Be financially strict and disciplined, and you won't regret. That I accept. But how sure are you that the people you're advising not to make the money errors are financially strict? Shouldn't they not first establish that they're financially strict and disciplined before they jump into getting loans as capitals? And if they had been doing business before, why can't they use the profit that they made from those businesses to infuse as capital in the new business? Because financial institutions are good, but at times they've become so rogue. They've become so rogue. And also, sometimes financial advisors who are advising you, invest in this stock, invest in this stock, have also failed. And financial institutions have become like a money minting machine for the elites to mislead the masses. I'm sorry, but I just need to say this. Many people aren't saying it. And that's why I stick to that money error. It might be 80% accurate or maybe was 70% accurate, but I stick to that money error. Thank you very much. I just thought I should clear this